They don't play at this level this early consistently. So, that's been the
Hey, basketball fans. Welcome back to our channel, your go-to source for everything NBA. Today we're diving into a hot topic, the performance of the Los Angeles Lakers this season. With high expectations and a star-studded roster, can the Lakers live up to the hype? Let's break it down. The Lakers, known for their rich history and championship pedigree, entered this season with lofty expectations. Boasting a lineup that includes LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the anticipation was palpable. However, the burning question remains: can the Lakers play well this season? One of the major challenges the Lakers face this season has been injuries, particularly to key players like Anthony Davis. The big man has been in and out of the lineup, impacting the team's chemistry and defensive presence. LeBron James also had his share of injuries, raising concerns about the team's overall health. Building team chemistry is crucial for success in any sport, and the Lakers are no exception. The addition of new players and the absence of some familiar faces have tested their ability to gel on the court. This season's Western Conference promises to be a ruthless battleground, leaving no room for error amidst tightly packed standings and inevitable heartbreaks. The fate of teams hinges on factors like luck, particularly in terms of health and injuries, becoming the decisive factors separating playoff contenders from those facing disappointment. The landscape is unpredictable, resembling a high-stakes gauntlet, where some teams will thrive on continuity, emulating last season's Sacramento Kings, while others may crumble, landing in the lottery, as exemplified by the New Orleans Pelicans. In this uncertain environment, no franchise is immune to unexpected turns of fortune. Despite the prevailing ambiguity, the teams currently deemed contenders by the public are apparent. As we evaluate trajectories, scrutinizing factors such as betting odds and the NBA.com annual GM survey, the Los Angeles Lakers emerge as a team that might struggle to meet the lofty expectations set for them. While they possess enticing elements like size, star power, and a defined identity, legitimate reasons for skepticism exist, making the Lakers a team to watch closely as the season unfolds. While the Lakers may not face impending disaster, having LeBron James and Anthony Davis instills confidence, especially after their Western Conference Finals appearance, where Austin Reeves emerged as a credible third option. In the regular season, the trio of James, Davis, and Reeves showcased an impressive net rating of plus 14.3 in 39 minutes together, demonstrating a formidable defense led by Davis, a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Despite their gritty postseason run against the Memphis Grizzlies and a revamped Golden State Warriors team, culminating in a sweep by the Denver Nuggets, it's crucial to question if this accurately reflects the Lakers' true standing. This perspective might not align with popular opinion, with many believing the Lakers were just a few miraculous Jamal Murray shots away from the finals. The Lakers, however, seem to stand by their summer actions, prioritizing continuity after years of roster changes. Notably, the re-signing of Austin Reeves was a strategic move, possibly one of the best contracts in the league outside of rookie-scale max deals. Recognizing Reeves as their third-best player, the Lakers were unwavering in securing his return, understanding his diverse contributions that complemented Davis and James. D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hachimura fall into a distinct category, a pair of players with one-dimensional skills and limited playoff experience, making them questionable choices for crunch-time situations on title-contending teams. Jared Vanderbilt, despite being a defensive linchpin, lacks shooting prowess and has secured a team-friendly extension. Among the noteworthy additions, Gabe Vincent, a streaky shooter with a career 33.9% success rate from beyond the arc, joins the mix. Taurean Prince, a reliable 3-and-D wing, stands out as a potential starter and closer in games. Jackson Hayes, Christian Wood, and Cam Reddish, three talented yet imperfect big men, are also part of the new faces. Departures include Dennis Schroeder and Lonnie Walker IV, key role players from the Warriors series, while Max Christie emerges as an intriguing, albeit untested option with a chance to break into Darvin Ham's rotation. The supporting cast prompts valid concerns for a team that relies on converting defensive stops into transition opportunities. Can the Lakers maintain a top 5 defense with several below average to suspect defenders in their rotation? Last season, opponents shot 34.6% from behind the arc when uncontested, or lightly contested against the Lakers, with only the Pelicans enjoying more success in defending the three-point line. Additionally, the Lakers allowed more uncontested or lightly contested three-point attempts per 100 possessions than the Rockets and Jazz, posing a defensive challenge for the upcoming season. On the offensive end, the Lakers face the challenge of creating sufficient spacing, even if Anthony Davis attempts 6 three-pointers per game, an unlikely scenario. The strategic decision to deploy Davis exclusively at the 5, their most advantageous lineup, or alongside Christian Wood or Jackson Hayes, raises questions about the team's overall spacing. The effectiveness of Rui Hachimura's shooting remains uncertain, with concerns about a potential regression to his previous form before his promising performance last spring. Additionally, the unpredictability of Austin Reeves' impact, especially as opponents become more aware of his strengths, adds another layer of uncertainty. Beyond these uncertainties, a more profound question looms, one that has echoed over the past few years. How long can LeBron James maintain his exceptional level of play? As he approaches his 39th birthday in December, there's a genuine curiosity about his ability to compete as one of the top dozen players in the world. The Lakers' highest aspirations heavily depend on James maintaining his extraordinary production, efficiency, and physical dominance. However, there's a reality wherein this season may mark the noticeable beginning of a decline in his unparalleled prowess. While it's unrealistic to expect LeBron James to become anything close to ordinary, his remarkable performance in the recent conference finals, nearly averaging a 28-point triple-double with a 52% shooting accuracy, highlights his enduring excellence. On most occasions, the game still appears effortless for James, which is evident in his impressive 74.3% conversion rate at the rim last year, second only to Giannis Antetokounmpo, and with a greater attempts per game average than most. However, the discussion around the potential decline of this living legend is warranted. Despite his continued brilliance, there are indicators of change. Last season, James experienced a career-low free throw rate, and his 10.6 drives per 100 possessions in the playoffs were the fewest since at least 2013 and 14. A lingering foot injury may provide some context for his altered performance during that run, but it also raises questions about the toll on his body. Notably, the number of games LeBron has played each season since 2018, when he appeared in all 82, are as follows: 55, 67, 45, 56, 55. These figures underscore the reality of a body that has endured substantial wear and tear over the past few seasons. After 2 decades in the league, the wear and tear on LeBron James are evident, especially as he approaches the milestone of surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most minutes logged in a career, playoffs, and regular season. As the oldest member in the league, questions arise about his ability to maintain MVP-caliber performance. LeBron remains a walking mismatch, combining explosiveness with power. Yet, during his peak, he excelled with his back to the basket, dissecting help defenses and overpowering opponents. Last season presented a departure from this norm. James recorded an assist on only 9% of his direct post-ups. In contrast, during the 2020 regular season, on the way to his 4th ring, that figure was 21.3%. Even after the trade deadline, James generated only 0.87 points per direct post-up play, making him less efficient than most players averaging at least 3 post-ups per game over that period, with only Marvin Bagley 3 and James Wiseman ranking lower, according to Second Spectrum. It's easy to be swayed by familiarity, especially when reminiscing about the Lakers' 2020 championship run with LeBron and Davis, characterized by a so-so half-court offense and a stellar defense. However, it's crucial to recognize that the current Lakers squad is a different entity. Placing bets on this iteration feels akin to choosing mythology over established patterns. Every championship journey is fraught with challenges, and this season will be no exception. The relentless march of Father Time, A roster filled with players excelling in one aspect but lacking versatility, and a track record of only 2 playoff series wins in the past 3 years might position the Lakers for potential disappointment in the playoffs. What are your thoughts on the Lakers season so far? Drop your comments below. That's it for today's analysis of the Lakers' performance this season. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave your comments about the Lakers, and subscribe to our channel for more NBA content. Stay tuned for our next video, and until then, keep enjoying the game of basketball.